Hello everyone, Dan here. In tonight's video we will be rewatching my any percent speedrun of the indie horror gem Bloodwash. Why don't we jump right into it? This is a short one, but there's plenty to talk about. So yeah, let's get into it. If you would like to see a no commentary version of this any percent run, be sure to check the link in the description. I will provide that. So our timer is going to start as soon as we move, and as you can see, we move very fast in this game. Bizarre sensitivity for the controller users, which for some reason I am, but reasons for that aside, we'll grab all of our clothes and we're going to leave. We got to do some laundry. So we're going to leave the apartment and head down to the basement. And you'll notice I'm moving at a sideways style. This strafe walking, or whatever you call this. I'm sure a more established PC runner would correct me, but anyway, it is faster, so we do that as much as possible. And we're gonna check the laundry or the washer there, and it is out of order, so we gotta go to the laundromat. And the only one open at this time of night is in a little bit of a rough part of town. Granted, we're not exactly in the coziest of conditions as you can see here.
What's up, Sarah?
First, we're gonna give Stan a talk. You'll notice I point away from him. This is just so when we finish mashing the dialogue, I don't accidentally talk to him again. And there we go. We're gonna grab Sarah's purse, and we're gonna head out the front door. Heading into the lobby here, there's a weird glitch that can sometimes pop up, where it'll act like you still need to go and see if it pops up here. Okay, it didn't on this run. It'll act like you still need to do something, and you'll press X, and it'll actually put you back through the door, or press Enter, whichever or your format you're on using. It'll act like you need to go back through, but you actually don't. You just have to hit it a couple times, and it'll finally work. So you notice I went and walked over to the bus stop sign. And we're pretty much just waiting here. Yeah, you gotta wait a little bit. There's a lot of waiting in this game. You know, it's really short and there's a lot of waiting. But a big factor to the waiting, I'll explain this now since this is a little bit more, and we don't have a lot of time. And the reason we don't have a lot of time is this game, this speed run, allows you to use a mod which will reduce the wash and dry sequences to a mere 2 seconds. Now, if you're playing this normally, you'll have over 20 minutes of downtime while your clothes are washing and drying to explore the other stores around the area and all this. And a mod allows us to cut that out, and then you just add that time to your total time, which is the top left corner there. All right, we wait for the bus, and now we're just gonna, ride on over. But it's designed to give you time to explore everything the game has to offer, and we completely cut that out in this run. Most of the time, I usually just would end up watching like TV or something in the laundromat. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing you have to do in that window that we won't be doing just anyway. So, or like only available in that time window. Alright, so you hear the door open. That means one of our favorite characters is about to get on the bus. And we're waiting for the prompt to look out the window to show up here. And waiting, and waiting. And waiting. There it is. We turn and there's Creepy Guy. Yeah, it's one of our favorites. Oh, Stream loves Creepy Guy, believe me. After you're done with your insightful conversation with him, you can go ahead and exit the bus. And, yeah, this is pretty much the opening of, any Bloodwash run you're gonna see. It's pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, your pickups and your effectiveness of your strafe running and movement will obviously determine your overall speed, but this is pretty much the gist of it, Not gonna be very different between runners. And here we go, we have our nice opening. I like these openings from the Puppet Combo umbrella of games. I don't know. Just love that 80s vibe they give off. I mean, obviously that's our goal, but they do a good job with it. They do a good job with it. As far as a fun factor, I guess we can cover that since we're kind of in, you know, in the downtime of the opening here. I just want to say I think this is a fun run because it's a little volatile, it's short, and its final bits will still be tense no matter how many times I do them, regardless of what my confidence level of achieving it is. I think that's a big compliment to this game, because as silly as the graphics look and aged as they look and everything like that, it still manages to achieve what it's aiming to very, very well. So we're gonna get some change. You'll notice I was already back in the hallway. Actually, during the little scene with the change machine, you can move backwards while it's going. Notice that's the fastest load of laundry you'll ever do. We're gonna have to go ahead and throw it into the dryer next. Notice how I have myself lined up to hit all the inputs right on track. There you go. We're gonna open this door. We're gonna pause our game. That's gonna skip a cutscene of that guy's body falling down. Grab the hammer and call for 911. And that's like the first act of the game effectively over. So now we're playing as a new character. We're playing as the cop. Yeah, Officer Burton here. I forgot his name. Thankfully the game bailed me out there. But Officer Burton is very bad at his job. I want to establish this now. So we're going to track the baby rage into this random office. And we're going to use the pause glitch again. Or you can do it two ways. You can do a pause glitch. Or you'll notice how I observed that water cooler there. You can use that as well. And it'll actually skip you past the murderer there, the womb ripper. And get into that room before, yeah, because you'll just kind of like at a pause screen there. So we're gonna grab the key and then enter the first door there, navigate to the end here. I'm gonna use the pause trick once again here. Once the killing starts, good work by our police officer here. He just turns and runs instead of, you know, shooting her or something. So anyway, we're gonna head back over and climb up this vent now. I told you Officer Burton was bad at his job. And we're gonna navigate the vents. And yeah. You might be wondering, should I pull out my gun? Nah, you don't have to. It doesn't matter. Just walk on through. Yeah, the spikes, they can slow you down, but that's really all they're going to do. And there goes Officer Burton. Fine work, Mr. Officer. Meanwhile, prior to the phone call, we're back. The Womb Ripper is just killing everybody in sight now. It's pretty much just our character. Ooh, a little bit of stuttering there. Oh, and I went into the wrong door here. Wow, do not go into that door if you're looking to run this. Yeah, let's go into this door, back into the laundromat. Wow, I can't believe I did that on the PB run, no less. So we're going to equip our hammer. No, we're not going to bash the boss with it. We're just going to use it to pry the boards there. Wow, another little mistake on navigation. So you'll wonder, why did I stick with this run? What am I doing here? Wow. This is, eesh, few little mistakes there. You might be wondering, why were you sticking with this run? Why didn't you just reset this? It's only 8.5 minutes. I can't get the open door there too. Sheesh. That's like 30, 40 seconds, and in a run this short, that's quite a bit. Okay, maybe not that much, but you get the point. And, well, you'll see why I keep it here in a moment. We're going to run through here, grab the scalpel, little movement mistake. We're going to slice the belly of the corpse here and get the key out. Yeah, you got to feel for Sarah after a bit here. She's had a rough night. And, there she goes through the door here. And, we're going to start navigating the old laundromat, which, yeah, I gotta say, these are pretty large buildings for, yeah, being laundromats, but, yeah, I'm not gonna question it. And again, I want to reinforce the idea that when, you know, you see this game and it does look silly and very dated, but I gotta say, playing this the first time, I was on the edge of my seat. I really was. It's just executes what it's trying to do very well, like I said earlier. But anyway, we're gonna pick up the gun there, and we're gonna run back here, and we're gonna navigate through here, and we're gonna grab some ammo right in front of this doll. Big thing is do not click on the doll. That'll, you know, it's very easy to misclick and lose time for that. So I'm already at the point where I remember thinking there's no way this is going to be a PB. However, the final fight, the big confrontation with the Womb Ripper, is indeed heavy RNG. And you're gonna see how when she begins to charge us, and when I see her, where she is, when I see her, all this, we're gonna have to shoot her 4 times, and where she comes from and how many, you know, how quickly you see her and can actually hit her determines a lot. So let's see how this goes here. Okay, the music picks up. That's how you know she's close. Potato aim. But notice she went to the right. She goes where she, you know, her direction is true. But you notice she did not scream long. She's not screaming long. And she just turned around and went right back to the same spot. That was an insanely fast kill. So, here, hold on a sec. Let me explain what happened there. All right. So you're going to need to shoot her 4 times. After you shoot her each time, she goes to a designated spawn point on the map. During this time, she will scream and it'll kind of rattle your character, and she will run in a direction and you can follow her to give you an idea of where to go. What happened here and what made that so fast was the fact that, well, it took me a little bit to find her for the first shot, but then she went to a very close spot right around the corner for the second shot. Then for the third one, since she was so close going to another nearby spawn point, they're all designated spots that could be randomly picked. She was so close that before she could animate to her attack and run again, we got the third shot and then the fourth shot immediately after, as technically the fourth shot was her attacking shot. That third one was free because she was still in the act of running away. So anyway, let's wrap this up here. And that's Bloodwash, though. You split on hitting that final shot, and that's the end of the run. It's a very quick, very fun speedrun, especially with the mods. Like I said, you save 20 minutes of playing this by using the mod. So if you do aim to speedrun this, definitely check that out. And, you know, of course, I got to do the little YouTube thing here. If you enjoyed the video, you know, consider subscribing. I'm enjoying doing these videos. This is our second one in this month. I did a Limbo one as well, so it's our third total styled like this. So consider subscribing if you like them, or commenting on other speedruns I've done in the past that you'd like to see, or suggestions for how I could improve this, or anything like that. Yeah, again, and if you don't want to hear me talk, there are no commentated version. I do have a no commentated version of this available, so I will, like I said, we'll link that below. I'll also send the link to the mod as well. And this epilogue here does not count towards the run, just because it's, yeah, they kind of viewed it as dead time, I guess, because you're not really doing anything. It's very straightforward. But, yeah, so, but yeah, consider subscribing, like the video, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. If you like the game and you like horror games and horror game speedruns, I speedrun a ton of them over on my Twitch channel, usually on 5 nights a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But, there she is. And my own video. Yeah, we'll cover that with the new ones. How's that? But there's the RE1 one, advertised as is. So yeah, if you enjoyed this kind of stuff and want to hang out, check us out over on Twitch. Or consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this in the future. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you. This was a quick one. We're gonna get some long ones though. That Parasite Eve one and that Dead Space one, those are in the works. So yeah, it won't all be like this one, but yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and you have yourself a great night.